Aloha, this is Kate in Paradise. I'm so happy that you subscribed and I'm so grateful that you're here. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways that you can start to cultivate freedom in your life. I have a location-free lifestyle where I can travel wherever I want. I chase the sun. I only live in tropical climates. And I only visit my friends and family that live in non-tropical climates during the summer. And I really have plenty of time to do the things that I love, to spend time with my loved ones. And I have a business and a way to make money that is nourishing and fulfilling for me, that inspires me, that motivates me, and really enriches every aspect of my life. And I know that you can create this in your life as well. You truly can have it all. You can have the relationship that you want. You can have the lifestyle that you want. And it starts with an inner beauty pathway to success. And this is what I teach my clients. And this is what I'm sharing on all social media platforms that I'm on. This message of you are the creator of your reality. And also you are a divine child of light. And you have access to infinite intelligence. And you can channel a life that is actually more exciting and beautiful and adventurous than you can even imagine. Your physical form can only imagine so much, but your spiritual form can actually expand beyond this physical into something even more enriching and more meaningful. So if this is what you want to have spiritual freedom, you want to have time, location, and financial freedom, you are in the right place, and I cannot wait to share these 5 tips with you. In this inner beauty pathway to success, we really focus in on 5 aspects. And the first one is the mental. So in the mind, we are thinking a lot of things. Our mind is always going. It's like always running. Even when we're in our meditation and we're trying to be zen and peaceful and not think of anything, we have a million thoughts come up, a million to-dos, a million mental chatters. And so it's so powerful to come into congruence and harmony and to really be the author of your story by choosing what you want to think. And of course, we can only do this to a certain extent, but this is one of 5 steps. So in this first step, I want you to start noticing, and you can write this down if you want to. This is a really amazing tip that I'm just gifting you right now. So if you take notice throughout the day of your thoughts, and start to notice the thoughts that are affirming things that you don't want to happen. Like, I never show up, I'm a failure, no one loves me, something like this. So really these negative, self-deprecating thoughts. I want you to start to notice those and take inventory of those and write them down. Like, I used my phone and I just put notes in my phone. I started writing them all down. And then after a few days of sort of observing, because you start to notice the ones that keep coming back over and over again, there's probably 10 or 20 that you are saying a lot, just without even thinking, subconsciously, they're just running in your head. So then what I did was I looked at all of them and I was like, how can I change this to the opposite? So if it was nobody loves me, it was, I have so many people in my life that love me. Or if it was, I'm such a failure, it would be something along the lines of I feel so impressed by how successful I am, or something like this. So there's a few things to think about when you're switching your list. One is you want it to switch it into the positive present tense. So that means it's already happening, not something that's gonna happen I'm going to have a lot of people that love me, or one day I'll be successful, or something like that pushes that out into the future. It's something that's happening right now. The second piece is to really play with this list. Once you've kind of switched them, sort of play with this list for another few days or even weeks if you want to, and start to feel into the statements or the affirmations or whatever you want to call them, the new beliefs that you're writing that are in the positive present tense. Start to notice words that really resonate with you. So some adjectives or some words don't really resonate with everyone, and that's fine. So you want to choose words that are inspiring for you and that connect you to an emotional state. So you might say how you feel and then the affirmation, or you might use more feeling descriptive words to fit in, to really evoke an emotion, because our emotions also help us think new and different thoughts. So when we can activate the emotions that go with these new thoughts, it's like we're doing 2 in 1. So that is the first step. The first step is to take inventory of all of your mental thoughts. Notice the ones that are very self-deprecating and very negative and not sending you in the direction that you want to be going, and then start to rewrite them in the present positive tense using words that really resonate with you. So the second thing that is part of the inner beauty pathway to success is really feeling into your emotions, like I kind of alluded to in this last one. So your emotional state. So we as humans get addicted to emotions. We get addicted to depression, we get addicted to anxiety, we get addicted to like the high of maybe an adrenaline rush, or like the high we get from going on a run or going to the gym. Like, we're very habitual creatures, and it's very easy for us to get addicted to things. Very, very easy. So I want you to start to notice the emotions throughout the day, and you can just observe for a few days, same like with the thoughts. Start to observe, you can put some notes in your phone about what are the emotions that are constantly coming up. So one way to do this is to set like timers throughout the day. You could set a timer every hour, and then you could ask yourself, like, how am I feeling? Like, what is the emotion that I'm experiencing right now? And start to notice, like, what is that? Like, is it happy? Is it sad? Am I feeling anxious? And start to be able to identify the emotional state that you're in. We're so disconnected to our emotions. Oftentimes we don't even know what emotional state we are in. And then my invitation to you, so the first step is observe, notice, start to be able to name the actual emotions that you're experiencing. And then the second step is to really start to be intentional. Start to be like, ooh, I liked it when I was feeling these emotions. You know, maybe it was peaceful was an emotion that you really liked, or maybe it was confident was an emotion that you really liked. And start to ask yourself, how can I be in that emotional state more throughout the day? So bringing awareness and consciousness into your emotional state, and not just letting ourselves go down the spiral or spin ourselves out of control, but to really be conscious and intentional about the emotions that we want to experience and that we want to feel throughout our day. So if you can start to identify just like a couple, and you could keep the same timer if you did do the timer thing, setting the timer, and when that timer goes off, see if you can evoke that emotion, because we believe often that our emotions come from outside stimuli, outside circumstances, other people making us feel a certain way, or certain situation or life events that make us feel a certain way. But actually, we have access to all those emotions in this present moment, and we can actually induce and create an emotional experience if we bring awareness to it and if we practice it. This is a practice. So it might not be perfect. This is something that you can just start bringing awareness to, start practicing, and see if you can start getting addicted to some of the emotions that you like feeling. So the third step to creating freedom in your life is to connect with your body. So this is very much getting grounded in your body. We spend so much time in our heads. Can we bring our awareness and our attention down into our body? And can we feel different in our body? So I want you to start to, once again, we start with observation and awareness and the present moment. Start to just notice, and we're not, nothing's right or wrong. Nothing that we're doing here is to place judgment on like where we're at or what we're currently doing. We are just bringing this depth of awareness here in the present moment that is going to allow us to expand into a more fulfilling, more deep, more magical experience in this human reality that we live in, and to really step into our fullest power. And so when we start to notice what's going on in our body, I want you to take inventory of things like your posture, like how you're sitting, how you are walking, how you are moving throughout the day, and start to feel into ways that you could feel more free in your body. So a lot of times we have holding patterns in the body, and we have like tightness, and we have, like ways that we feel constricted within the body. And this can happen in our posture. It can happen in the way that we walk or the way that we move or the way that we feel about ourselves physically. And so my invitation to you is you can create whatever you want. You can be whoever you want. And it starts with your physicality, because this right here is your vehicle. There's one thing that we can all agree on, and that is that we're going to live in our physical body until we die. So the food that we put in our body, the way we move our body, the way that we perceive ourself is the one constant that's pretty much gonna be there until we die. You're not gonna get a new body like halfway through. You're gonna have the same one. So the more that you can feel the way that you want to feel physically. So this is not a mental exercise. This is not even an emotional exercise. This is more of a feeling exercise. And so we can do something right now. We can just sit here with our shoulders hunched forward and just concave the chest and just take a few deep breaths here. It's kind of hard to even breathe deep here, and just notice how you're feeling. It's kind of like, for me, I feel like there's like this constriction here in my heart. It's literally making it hard to breathe. Now, if I can roll my shoulders down and back just a little bit, not like super arching my back, but just relax my shoulders away from my ears and just sort of softly like open my heart and sort of feel that my heart is in this like vulnerable place. Like, it could get hurt, but also it could fall in love. And this energy, take a few deep breaths here from this posture. And start to notice how you feel. So this is why practices like dance and yoga and other movement practices can be so empowering, especially if you really listen to your coach and your teacher and you really learn to shift your posture in a new way. I've been doing many different movement practices for years and years, and even just this year, I've had so many breakthroughs with my body and my posture and awareness and being able to activate different parts of my physical being, and has brought me so much energy and inspiration and vitality that then spreads out into not just like, my acro yoga practice, but like every area of my life. So I really want you to start to play with your posture, start to play with the way that you move, and maybe start to take some classes if that feels inspiring to you, to start to really get into this feeling of embodiment. Okay, so now we come to number 4. And the fourth aspect of your being, if you will, is your intuition. And this is the ability that you have to connect with the divine. And this is the ability that you have to connect with forces that are unseen. And this is really happening on the subtle energy plane. So this one is a little bit more abstract, but as you start to understand how to balance your nervous system, which I will be teaching in my membership, in my Paradise membership experience. I teach how to balance the nervous system. I teach how to step into your divine inner knowing. I teach how to become a magnet to all of your desires, how to have clarity, how to embody confidence, how to create a sense of certainty when you're making decisions and choices. So much is infused into that experience, and I'll share a little bit more with you in a moment. But what I want to say about this subtle body piece is that our intuition speaks to us very quietly. It's like a whisper. And we often don't hear it because we're distracted by all the external noise. So if you don't have an awareness of your nervous system and you're not practicing any meditation and you're just constantly being bombarded by this external, then it's gonna be really hard to tap into your intuition and to feel your subtle body. And so what I wanna invite you to do with this is set a timer for 10 minutes where you do nothing, where you just lay down. You might even fall asleep, that's fine. But you just lay in silence. You can sit, you can do it as a seated meditation as well. But you just observe your body, and you can even do like a mental scan, just like feeling down through the body, just feeling every little bit down to the toes, down to through the fingertips, and then coming back up. And just sort of like do this scan and just sort of feel. And sort of just start to notice, like, are there areas that feel heavier, areas that feel lighter? places that feel more like spacious, like the energy's flowing, and just start to like tune in. And this is really the practice of self-study, which is another yogic practice, which is why yoga is such a powerful modality. And really the understanding of the yogic lineage is so enlightening for so many people and helps them have more clarity and confidence. But really observing and studying you and the way that you experience this world. Because the cool thing is we all have a different perspective. We all have a different way of viewing the planet and a different way of interacting with outside stimuli and experiencing things. And so your experience is 100% unique. So I cannot teach you how to be in your subtle body. Only you can teach yourself that. And this is only cultivated with time with yourself. And this is uninterrupted time where you're not constantly being entertained by the external. Instead, you are turning your attention inward. You're experiencing the universe, the cosmos that lives inside of you, which is magical. A lot of times when I'm meditating these days, like I feel like I'm like in this like magical, like Milky Way sort of experience, feeling like this like shooting energy between different lights and like this like magical realm that is my inner world. This is me exploring my inner world, and I'm the only one that has that inner gaze that can turn inward. So I encourage you to take time. Maybe it's only 5 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 20 minutes. Start with something that's easy and actionable for you, but take that time to close your eyes, to be still, and to turn inward and to notice what's happening in the subtle body. This is gonna activate your intuition, and this is gonna allow you to connect with almost like a psychic ability. Not that everyone needs to be psychic or predict the future, but like psychic for you, so that you know how to trust yourself, so that you know how to take the next line of action, so that you feel confident and certain as you're moving towards your wild dreams and desires. So the last one is the spiritual body. And this is really you connecting with these deep foundational beliefs that are rooted in a place of abundance. And so a spiritual connection can be religious, like a lot of religions come with like dogmatic beliefs, a rule of ethics and different codes to live by, and like this is right and this is wrong and this is true and this is not true. And so we grow up with these deep impressions, these deep spiritual impressions from our family. Even if our family isn't spiritual, even if they're not religious, we still get these core beliefs from our upbringing, or maybe like teachers or friends or whatever, but like people that influence us in our, especially our earlier years, but even into our early adulthood. These very formative years are where we start to build our belief system. And our belief system is really our connection to spirituality and our connection to God. Because if we don't believe there's a God, we're not going to be connecting to God. What are we going to be connecting to? Maybe we're connecting to the universe. Maybe we're connecting just to our physical body. Like everyone has a different framework for seeing spirituality and seeing what it is, and it's rooted in your beliefs. And so I want to invite you into a belief system that you can choose that is 100% in your control. And it is the belief system that we live in an abundant universe, that there is more than enough to go around, that you don't have to fight your way to the top. You can actually just kind of sit back and let it come to you, because you are deserving, you are worthy, you are whole just as you are, and you have the support of God. You have the support of your guides, your angels, the universe at any given time. You are completely supported by the planet, and it's not like anyone's against you. This whole idea of like us against the world, or like the world's out to get me, or we live in such a horrible, dangerous place. And of course there are things happening that are not like amazing, and we know that, you know, terrible things do happen to people. But when you have the perception and the experience that everything in your life is happening for you and not to you, you have the perception and the experience that Every obstacle that is put in front of you is something that is a growth and learning opportunity. It is an opportunity for you to expand, an opportunity for you to really show up and do what your soul came here to do. Like this really deep, meaningful lesson that you are here to learn. And sometimes hard, painful, uncomfortable things have to happen in order for us to learn the lessons. Like the universe might be like, hey, like, I have a lesson for you, like tapping you on the shoulder, like, I have a lesson for you, I have a lesson for you, I have a lesson for you. And if you're not listening and you're not learning the lesson, the universe might have to knock you down and break some bones or something to get your attention. Like, hello, I've been tapping on your shoulder and you're not listening. And we take it as like, oh my God, I'm a victim, this horrible thing happened. But actually, if you can start to live with the foundational belief system that you are never a victim, that you actually have choice in every moment. You have choice to choose how you want to react or respond to things happening in your life. And you have a choice to be a powerful creator and a leader in whatever situation that you're in. Then you can expand and you can grow beyond any obstacle or any struggle that you're experiencing in your day-to-day life. And this core belief system will set you free. This will allow you to create a business that is a expansion and an expression of your true authentic self. This will allow you to magnetize your desires, to magnetize a soulmate relationship. This will allow you to live a life of freedom where you have the ability to travel wherever you want or to spend as much time with your family as you want or do the things that you feel most passionate about. This allows you to have spiritual and emotional freedom where you don't feel trapped by some dark dogma or some rules that are holding you hostage. Really, you can feel free to be your true self, to feel the full range of your emotions. You can feel free when you cry. You can feel free when you are upset or triggered. You can feel free when you are experiencing an obstacle or a struggle because you know that you are divinely supported. You know that you have access to infinite intelligence. You know that you are a child of light, you are a child of God, and you are deserving of so much more than just the struggle. Yes, there is going to be difficult moments in your life. There are going to be struggles, but you can achieve ultimate freedom. I believe it. I'm striving to achieve it every moment of every day, and I want to take you on this journey with me. I want to invite you into a membership where you can join and you can leave at any time, so there is literally no risk to you. And this membership is a space where you can show up every week and we'll connect on a Zoom video call. I'll have a workshop prepared for you. We'll be deep diving into the topics that have set me free and have allowed me to create the business that is an expression of my truth and feels like paradise, and created the health and vitality that allows me to be stronger and in better shape than I've ever been and never get sick and feel beautiful and confident in my body and feel radiant and gorgeous. Even though I'm getting older, I feel like I'm more in love with my body than I've ever been. And I want to share this wisdom with you as well and can help you magnetize the things that you desire. If you desire to have a location-free life where you get to travel the world, I can share with you exactly how I've done this. If you desire to have a soulmate relationship that is nourishing and fulfilling and allows you to feel free and feel authentic, I can help you manifest this. If you are desiring a life where you feel more confident and feel more certain and you can trust yourself, I can help you manifest this. These are all things that I have been focusing my energy and attention on. They're all things that I have manifested. They're all things that I feel super passionate about. And I have so many tools and so many practices and so many mindsets that will set you free. In this membership, you're going to get meditation. You're going to get a transmission of all the beliefs that I have. You're going to get encouragement every single day. We have a special space on Telegram where we connect daily and where I drop inspiration in the moment, in real time. And then every single Thursday we connect on Zoom and I share a workshop with you. The workshop topics are down below. You can find a link and you can find out all the workshop topics for the rest of the year. I have them all pre-planned for you. And if any of these workshop topics resonate with you, I invite you to join, because when you join for the monthly membership, you get it at such an accessible rate. And this is not gonna be this cheap always. The price is gonna be going up. So if you're feeling called to tap into this energy, to tap into this space of limitless freedom, to expand into your fullest potential, to really allow yourself to be okay being 100% authentically you, and to adopt an abundance mindset where you know that there's more than enough money to go around. There's more than enough potential partners that are looking for you. You know that there's more than enough clients that are also seeking you out. You know that there's more than enough time in the day, more than enough energy inside you to accomplish all of your dreams and desires. That you know that you have a beautiful, strong, sexy body, and you can live in that fully, and you can shine your light without being afraid of what other people think, without being afraid of failure, but knowing that whatever happens, you have everything inside of you that you require to transcend and move through this thing and become an even more bright, more brilliant, more happy, more fulfilled, more nourished version of you. This is what I see for you. This is what I'm committed to living. This is what I'm embodying, and this is what I'm teaching inside the Paradise membership. So if you want for more information, check out the link below. Thank you for joining me for this video. Thank you for learning these 5 steps with me. I cannot wait to dive deeper into each one of these steps with you inside the membership. This is Kate in Paradise, and I see you shining. I'm feeling so grateful for you. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know your takeaways. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe and turn on the notification bells. If you want to know more about my upcoming retreats, my courses, or my coaching, please check out the description box below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.